वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा.
मुदाकरात मोदकम सदा विमुक्ति साधकम कलाधरावतम सकम विलासी लोक रक्षकम अनायकैक नायकम विनाशितेब दैत्यकम नताशुभाशु नाशकम नमामितम vinayakam. These verses which I just recited have been taken from Sri Ganesha Pancharatnam, written by Adi Shankaracharya. Mudakarat modakam sada vimukti sadhakam means salutations to Sri Lord Vinayaka, who holds the modak and liberates all his devotees. Kaladhara vatamsakam Vilasi Loka Rakshakam means he who holds the digit of the moon as an ornament and joyfully protects the whole world. Anayakaika Nayakam Vinashite Badaityakam means he who is without a master but is himself the only master for all his devotees and protects them by destroying the demons. Natashubhashu nashakam namamitam vinayakam means to those who surrender to him, he destroys all the inauspicious tendencies. I salute to him and surrender to him. Dear friends, greetings once again. As always, I am delighted to be before you once again. This time, I wish you all a very happy Vinayaka Chaturthi 2019. And on this occasion, I would like to share with you all a story connected with Lord Vinayaka. Kollara was a kingdom at the base of the Vindhya hills. A merchant by name Chidrupa lived there with his wife Sulochana. They were a happy couple who led their life at the dictates of the Dharma. Over time, they were blessed with a son. As guided by the Pandits, they named him as Kaamanda. Times passed and Kaamanda got married to Kutumbini. The couple led a happy life and begot 12 children, out of which 7 were sons and 5 were daughters. After some years, Chidrupa and Sulochana left their mortal coil. Soon after, Kaamandana felt emancipated and took to ignoble ways of his liking. He began leading a carefree and pleasure-seeking way of life. Soon, he lost all his wealth. His family life was also impacted very badly. Kutumbini tried to persuade him to mend his ways. Kaamanda would not listen. Eventually, Kutumbini had to choose to move to her mother's place with her children. Kaamanda cared little and went on with his way of living. He got into gambling, looting and tormenting. Over time, his tormenting grew to become unbearable. One day, he attacked a Brahmin named Gajavardhana with an intention to loot him. The Brahmin pleaded him to be let go as he was newly married, but Kaamanda would not listen. To overcome the Brahmin's resistance, Kaamanda decided to murder him. After killing the Brahmin, Kaamanda got away with the loot. The sin of killing a Brahmin caught hold of Kaamanda as a deadly disease. As times passed, with nobody to care for him or support him, he regretted his life. The suffering due to the disease had mellowed down Kaamanda to a great extent. However, the villagers who knew his background remained afraid of him. They would not come forward to support him and help him. After many years of pleading with the villagers to rescue him, they relented. They advised him to use all his ill-gotten wealth in renovating a temple inside the forest. It was Lord Vinayaka's temple. He agreed to follow their advice with the intention of atoning for his sins. After considerable effort and time, the temple was rebuilt in a grand style. Even as the temple renovation began, Kaamanda's mind began to reform. The consecration of the temple was conducted in a grand style. Over time, Kaamanda passed away due to old age. Upon reaching the court of Lord Yamadharmaraja, he was told that he had to suffer for his sins. But since he did one noble thing of renovating the Vinayaka temple, he could choose whether he wanted to enjoy the fruits of his punya first or the fruits of his sins first. Kaamanda chooses to enjoy the fruits of his punya first. So he is born as the son of King Saurashtra of Devanagara. In his new birth, Kaamanda gets the name Somakantha. In this new life, he marries Sudharma and lives happily. They beget a son whom they name Hemakantha. As time passed, Somakantha reaches a stage where he must suffer for the sins of his previous birth. He gets afflicted with leprosy. The disease spreads rapidly and the pain becomes unbearable over the passage of time. Somakantha decides to coronate Hemakantha as the king. After that, he would move into a faraway forest. Soon the day came when the coronation was over, and it was time for him to leave the kingdom and go to the forest. Sudharma and two loyal ministers insisted on accompanying him. The ministers were Sufala and Gyanagamya. They decided to be Somakantha's bodyguards in the forest. Forest life was tough, and added to that was the disease that Somakantha suffered from. But all through, he continued to pray to Lord Vinayaka. One day, Somakantha, his queen, and his bodyguards come across the ashram of sage Bhrigu Maharishi. The Maharishi accorded them kingly welcome with all protocols. After the welcoming, Bhrigu Maharishi conducted a transcendental inquiry. He could make out about Somakantha's sin in his previous birth. He could also get to know the pious act of rebuilding the Vinayaka temple. Then the Maharishi opened his eyes and gently glanced at Somakantha. He then told Somakantha that all his sufferings would end soon. Somakantha was in a stage of suspended disbelief on hearing from the sage. The sage cupped his right arm and drew some holy water from his kamandalu. Then he sprinkled it on the disease-inflicted body of Somakantha. Somakantha felt as if 1,000 honeybees were stinging all over his body. Then the sin of Brahmahati came out of Somakantha's body in an ugly form. Somakantha, at once felt completely cured and blissful. The Maharshi ordered the ugly form to enter into a nearby tree. Soon after, the tree caught fire and was reduced to ashes. So too, the ugly form became ash. At the same time, the soul of a Brahmin emerged out of the ash. This was the soul of the same Brahmin which Somakanta had killed in his previous birth. The Brahmin's soul prostrated before the Maharishi. Within a short while, a celestial vehicle arrived and took the Brahmin's soul to its heavenly abode. Thus, both Somakanta and the Brahmin's soul attained blissful states. May the Lord Vinayaka shower upon all of us his blessings. May he bestow us with the strengths of body, mind and wealth to live a celebratory life. Wish you all a very happy Ganesha festival once again. Ganpati Bappa Moria.